Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Jeff Pirashad here, and I've got a pretty interesting video for you today. This is a really unique opportunity. We're here at Strikers Lanes in Sunrise, Florida, and Strikers is in the middle of construction. There are old synthetic lanes that if you've probably seen in any of my old videos, they hook a ton. They've been here for 40 something years. This is the old original Brunswick anvil lane from 1990 something or other. And the bowling center is in the middle of taking all those lanes out and putting brand new lanes in. The new lanes that we're putting in are called Brunswick Pro Lane, and you guys at home may have already bowled on them. Not bowled on Pro Lane, bowled on these specific lanes. The lanes we're putting in are the lanes that were used at the USBC Open Championships in Baton Rouge. After the tournament ended last month, they packed up all the lanes. They took they took the arena apart. They packed up all the lanes in the convention center. They put them in a truck and they shipped them here. The bowling center proprietor here, Juan Gaviria, great guy, and he's doing a lot for the bowlers down here. And one of the things he wanted to do after he acquired the bowling center a couple of years ago is change out these old lanes. So we're getting not only the new lanes, we're getting new approaches also. We're getting the same approaches you had at Nationals. They said USBC on them in Brunswick and USBC in Brunswick. We're getting those too. Now, right now, half of the bowling center is done and half is not. And the middle section they're kind of working on right now. So we have an opportunity to do a really cool video because the house shot we've been putting out on these really old lanes is flooded. Usually a house shot has 23, 24 mils of oil, maybe like 27 or 28. A lot of sport patterns, they use 28, 29 mils. Our house shot is 33.5 mils. It has to be. If it's not, they hook out of the building. And even with 33.5 mils, they hook out of the building. So I thought it would be cool to show what the same house shot looks like on these old lanes and on the Baton Rouge lanes in the same building. So let's go out. We're going to throw a couple of shots on the old lanes. You can also just look up any of my old ball review videos from today into the past that would be done on the old lanes, the same house shot we've been using for a year or two. So we'll throw about 5 or 6 shots just so you can see what they look like, and then we're going to take the camera down to lanes 25 and 6, I think, which has the same pattern, but on brand new lanes. And you're going to get to see the difference. I think the difference is going to be just mind-boggling, but we'll see. So the ball I'm using is a Criterion Hybrid. If you check out my Criterion Hybrid video on the channel, you can see the layout and all that. But that's what I'm going to be throwing on both patterns. The Criterion Hybrid is usually not a ball I can throw on the house shot here because it usually just hooks too early, burns up a little too much. It's just too strong a ball, but we'll see what happens. So let's go out to the lanes, throw a couple of shots, and then we'll move down to lane 25 and we'll see what it does there. All right, so let's start off. I'm going to start off by putting my left foot on the 17 board. I usually start on about 18 or 17, but I haven't really bowled much the last 2 months, so I'm probably not going to be full strength hooking the ball, so we're going to start on 17. And let's see what it does. I'm looking at about between the second and third hour, about between 12 and 13. Got that in a bit. Like I said, I haven't bowled in 2 or 3 months, so we're still getting warmed up. So I bowled 3 PBA 50 Senior Tour events, and when I came out of that, I had some pain in my elbow, so I've been giving my arm a couple of months off. I haven't really bowled at all, so I actually feel good though. We're getting ready for the league season. It's good we feel good. So let's throw another couple. See if I can get it right a little bit. There we go. You can see that hook. See how it reads the mid lane. 33.5 mils. And it's not a very blocked pattern either. It's not like it's flooded in the middle and bone dry outside. It's actually very tapered because the track in this building hooks so much that you had to have some oil in the track. Couldn't not do it. So it's actually a very tapered pattern. Like I said, there's a flood of oil. But it breaks down so quickly that you'd never know it. so you can see kind of what the ball does. We'll throw a couple more. See how it gets into a very heavy roll. It reads that mid lane. I think one more is probably enough. Like I said, you guys can check out pretty much any of the other videos on my channel and see what the old lanes look like. This will be the very last time I do a video on these old lanes. The very last time. Actually, I'm excited about that. I don't want to bowl on these lanes anymore. All right, piece of cake. We still know how to strike on the old lanes. So let's take the camera down. I'll show you some screenshots of what the construction looks like as we move down there. And stay with us. We'll be right back. Here we are in lane 25. You can see the nice brand new lanes. We've got breakpoint markers. We've got, what you can't see on camera, we've got brand new approach. It's not the shiny, sticky approach. It's the textured, slidey one. We actually we have to use really mild soles so they don't stick, but we can't do that now. And so let's see what happens. So I'm standing on 17 again, same spot, and I'm going to look in the exact same place, and let's see if I can't throw it good, and we'll see what happens. Ooh, okay, you see, it looks like it pushed a little further, and it snapped off the dry a lot harder. It didn't read as early. The back end was a lot fresher and more, what's the word, natural? So that was actually kind of cool. It looks like the ball reaction a normal bowling ball gets. Let's try that again. But I definitely saw it go about 5 feet longer, 10 feet longer. Let's see. Whoa, yeah, that's what I expected, okay. That's a little more what I expected it to do. You can see that 33.5 mils of oil does not screw around. Now let's get a full rack. Yes, I'd like to re-rack it. Oh boy! All right, let's try that again. And I've actually got a couple more bowling balls here with me. I want to try those too, so we can see. This house shot is probably going away because we don't need this much volume. So this might be one of the last times I get the bowl on this pattern. I don't know if that's good or bad. Probably good. Whoa. Ooh, okay. Maybe that first one was just a fluke. Maybe the first one was just a fluke. So I'm gonna just move to the right. Let's see. Re-rack, please. Let's see. Got that Criterion Hybrid. So I'm going to move right. I'm going to move 4 and 2 right. So instead of 17, my feet are going to be on 13. And so move my eyes a couple right. Ooh, that's a lot better. I like that. So it looks like they're about 4 and 2 different between old lanes and new lanes. But let's see if I can even go more right. It's funny, I do these videos and I say, okay, let's go more left. Let's go more left, let's go more left. And now I'm like, yeah, let's go more right, let's go more right. So that was feet on 13, let's put my feet on 10. Feet on 10, which I've never done in this building ever. Oh, get the 10 out. Oh, yeah, it's like there's no chance of doing that down there, I tell you that. So, let me see. I'm gonna look something up while we're doing this because I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's see. So I've looked up the pattern for singles and doubles. So you guys who bowled in Baton Rouge, singles and doubles, the pattern was 43 feet, 30.5 milliliters of oil. This pattern on the lanes, which are the exact same lanes, is, and I know because I asked, it's 44 feet and 33.5 mils. So this pattern is 3 feet longer and has 3 more milliliters of oil in it. But obviously the pattern in Baton Rouge and singles and doubles was a lot flatter, and the only dry was really out by like the 3 board, the 2 board, and the 1 board. So much different. One day we're going to put those patterns out in this building and see how much different the topography makes and the weather and that kind of thing. All right, so let's see, feet on 10 again. And we'll see. God, it's so cool seeing my ball hook in the back end in this place instead of at 30 feet for a change. It's like what all the rest of you get to see. I finally get to see that. All right, so let's change balls. I've got some other balls I want to try. So I have a Paragon Shadow, which I haven't bowled on a house shot with yet. The only time I've thrown this ball was in Baton Rouge in doubles. So let's try it on this. So I'm gonna go back to 13 and see what it does. Ooh, wow, that looks good. It's still 4 boards further right than I was down there on lane 3. And the one thing that I think is going to be really noticeable that you'll never be able to see on this video is how long it takes for the lanes to break down. I could have bowled down there for another 10 minutes and the lanes would have exploded. You've seen my videos, you've seen what happens in this building. I do a video, 5 minutes into the video, the lanes exploded. That's probably not going to happen here. So shots are going to hold up a lot longer, a lot better. Everybody down here is looking forward to this. So we're like kids at Christmas. We're very thankful, Juan, for doing this. We appreciate it. We'll take care of your lanes. Wow, I haven't seen that Paragon Shadow do that ever because the only time I bowled with it was in Baton Rouge where they didn't hook at all. All right, so let's try another ball. I've got 6 balls with me. I'm gonna try them all so you guys get to see all of them. So next ball is gonna be a hammer special effect, but it's not shiny out of the box. I had put some surface on this because I used it in Baton Rouge in team event on the fresh. This is what I used out of the gate, game 1. I shot 640 in team event. I had a really good look with this ball. So let's see what it does. I'm gonna stay in the same place. Feet on 13. Though I feel like I can probably move further right. Oh, that's got to get up. Yeah, that ball goes noticeably longer than the Paragon does. Now, you didn't really get around it, but there's still a difference. So I can move right. All right, back to the right. So we'll go to 10, like we were before. That should be all right. Yeah, look at that. It looks good. God, maybe they just keep this as the house shot, but I don't think they're going to do that. Why put 33.5 mils of oil out for a house shot when you don't have to? Before we had to. Now we really don't. So maybe we use this for like modified house shot tournaments. You know, leave it in the machine, leave the pattern in the machine, and bust it out every now and then. People won't know what it is. Won't tell anybody. That'll be fun. So let's see, my feet were on 10. Let's go back there. God, it's so cool seeing my ball hook in the back end and not at 20 feet down the lane. That's the biggest difference. It's not even the volume. It's how much cleaner the heads and the mid lane is and how much truer the back end reaction, the back end snap is. That's that. Yeah, it's more pure. There's Steve Johnson in the background. That's actually the biggest difference. That's the most noticeable. So change balls again. Now we've got a hammer effect, the original one. So let's, I guess we'll just stay on 10. This ball should be a little snappier off the dry. So we'll see what it does. Oh, yep, there it is. All right, so I can move in a little bit with that ball. Let's see, what other balls did I bring? I brought a Turbo X and a Black Widow Mania. All right, so we'll try those after this ball. We'll do the Black Widow Mania. Got a couple of shots with this hammer effect. So let's go, you know, I'm gonna move to 17 where I was playing down there. And let's see what this ball does. It might hook back enough because this is a really flippy ball. I gotta round it too. Ooh, it kind of sort of didn't want to hook, but it got there. It's just, and this pattern, it's not only 33.5 mils and 44 feet. There's also a speed bump in the back of the pattern to help the ball not burn up in the mid lane, to help the pattern kind of stabilize a bit. Just a little extra oil down lane to keep the ball from hooking, from hooking at like 42 feet, then it started hooking at like 35 feet. That little extra oil in the back was really helpful this year, keeping lanes from getting too dry during league. Especially a lot of the leagues here are 5 on a team, 10 on a pair, and they could get pretty toasty. So there's a lot of oil down lane on this pattern in the middle of the lane. A lot. Ooh, you can see it. You can see how it hits the back end and wants to hook, and it just kind of skates a little bit. That's that speed bump in the back of the pattern. That worked really good down there. Not really so good over here. Not really so good. All right, so let's try this Black Widow. I'm gonna go grab it out of my bag. See what this ball does. All right. Oh, right back. All right. Let's, I guess I'll stay on, we'll just start on 17 because we know it shouldn't hook from there. This ball should even hook less, but I guess you never know. I got that in a bit. No chance. No chance on earth was that ball hitting the pocket. So we're just gonna move right on, just like right now. Remember, this is where I was playing where it was striking down there. So this is the difference that lane surface makes between old lane surface and new lane surface. So when you guys are going to bowl tournaments, find out, if you've never been to the building before, find out ahead of time what kind of surface they have. Is it anvil lane? Is it pro lane? How old is it? Have those lanes been in since 1991, where they just replaced 3 years ago? It makes a difference, as you can see. So I was on 17. I'm gonna go to 13. I'm gonna go to 12. See what happens here. Should be good. Wow, still didn't hook. I thought that was gonna come off of that, and that ball had no prayer. That's further right than I've ever stood on this house shot in this building, and that ball had no chance. Okay, so we're gonna go further right. You saw that shot, Steve? How far right you think I gotta go off of that?
5 and 3.
5 and 3. All right, so I was on 12, so I'm gonna stand on 7, and I'm gonna move my eyes 3 right. So we're on 7, and go right. I got a hook. Oh, look at that, that's pretty good. The smirk on your face. Yeah, this could be a good like modified house shot for some tournament we run, and be like, wow, it's pretty oily. What pattern is this? You don't want to know, guys. You don't want to know. All right, let's go try that again. So feet on 7. Let's see what we can do. Wow, how long it stays there. When was the last time you saw anybody get the ball like first arrow that far down the lane, it just stays there that long? Here.
That would be 3 off the left.
Okay, we've got 1 ball left to try. Bringing our Turbo X out. And I'm just gonna stay in the same place. Like, I don't see how it's gonna be any different.
1 and 1 more.
1 and 1 more, okay. So I'll put my feet on 6. This ball should be earlier, but not as much overall. I don't know. We'll see. All right, see what it does. Oh, I see it hooked earlier. It hooked earlier and it just started going. It's a...
To the left.
Yeah, one on the left. Yeah, thanks. You didn't specify, did you? Got a funny guy back there. I meant left, you idiot. How the hell did you move right? What the heck? All right. So we will move to left. Now I think, so I was on 6. I'm gonna go to 9. Let's try 9. So feet on 9. Oh, got it in. Look at that ball go straight. Woo! It was online, and then it just stayed online. So I think what I need to do is keep my feet there and just move my eyes a little right. And I think that'll be fine. I'll tell you one thing I'm going to do this year is I'm going to go back to shooting my corner pins with urethane. I don't think I'm going to need a plastic ball. Teach myself how to do that again. Never was able to really get the hang of that on those old lanes because they just hook too much, but I probably could do it now. All right, so still feet on 9, moving my eyes a little bit right, like a half a board. No, that should be all right. Oh, Messenger, look at that. Messenger didn't even hit it. It was the tap from the 6-pin that got it. But it looked good. All right. 1 more, and then we'll call it a video. Get up. Oof, really light, wow. Okay, so you can see the difference between new lanes and old lanes with the exact same flooded ass pattern. If you like the video, please don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, get some notifications about when I do more videos. If you haven't seen, I did a video yesterday about the new urethane rules and summed up what they mean and what balls you can bring where, in case you're confused by the confusion that press release had. So check that out if you want to know about urethane. And stay tuned for more ball videos. We've got a lot coming up. Got a lot more videos on these new lanes. We're going to do some videos on different patterns now that we can actually put patterns out and have them play like patterns. It'll be a good opportunity to get some more educational videos out, which I haven't been able to do very much this 7 months. But we're going to do that now. We have the opportunity to do it on these great new lanes. So until next time, we'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.